Let's get started. So welcome to Mr. Wizard's Workshop, episode number 38. The focus this week will be productivity principle number 12. So last week's episode, I discussed the 11th of a group of core principles for personal productivity. These are the mindsets, beliefs, paradigms, patterns, mental models, which can be the foundation to build all of your productivity techniques, systems, and practices on. As a quick recap, last week's principle, number 11, was productivity starts with rejuvenation. So the idea that your productivity is a function of your rejuvenation is very counterintuitive, but that is actually the case. And the higher the quality of your rejuvenation, the higher the quality of your productivity. So this week, we're drilling down into the final of the 12 master principles, which is you need to become the next version of you to maximize your productivity. You have to become you version 2.0 or version 3.0, 4.0, assuming you've gone through other transformations over the course of your lifetime. But the basic idea is you need to take your thinking, your self-image, your self-esteem to the next level. Here's a quote from Albert Einstein. We can't solve the problems we face at the same level of thinking we were at when we created this. So whatever level of thinking you're at right now, you need to go up a level to achieve your big goal and solve your significant problems. So you must shift the way you see the world and the way you see yourself. All well and good, but how do you do that exactly? Well, the first step is you have to believe that you can. So it starts with making a decision, a commitment to become a you that you can't exactly imagine right now. It's full transformation level up. That decision to keep evolving. As a reminder, the ability to do this is one of the miracles of being human. So on my vision board, one of my affirmations is, here it is, by December 31st, 2023, I have leveled up one full transformation level. So that might seem kind of vague or too general, but I'm not trying to specify exactly what that will mean because I don't know completely what it will mean. Note that having and remembering this broad aspirational goal helped me to recently stop smoking. The recommendation is to practice visualizing this new version of yourself, this blank canvas picture, and just see what comes to you. What is it that new higher level would be? Another reminder from a quote from Tony Robbins, which the past does not equal the future unless you live in the past, I think is the rest of the quote. So recognize that in order to change, to have significant change, you have to become not current you. Think about what you are attached to that might block you from doing this. So another thing to help is free up energy because it takes energy to change. So what you resist persists. Stop investing energy into what you don't want. That would be thinking about, obsessing about, worrying about, talking about things that you don't. Focus instead on what you do want, which, by the way, is one of our previous core principles. The last thing is to build high performance and successful habits and routines into your life. The skill of creating new, better habits and routines is key to leveling up. And I'd just like to point out that the previous 11 episodes of Mr. Wizard's Workshop provided you with 11 core productivity principles, which give you an excellent framework for doing just that if you put them into practice. A quick recap. Productivity principle number 12, you need to become the next version of you to maximize your productivity. Idea is to level up, we'll say to version 2.0. And being the wizard that I am, I use the illustration of going from being the gray wizard to the white wizard, which I think was a full transformation. So it starts with making a decision and a commitment to become a me that I can't imagine right now. Commitment to keep evolving. The ability to do this is a tremendous gift if you will actually exercise it. So the specific action item for the week is, we won't take the 5 minutes during this workshop, but it would be invest 5 minutes to visualize and meditate on the ideal you. That would be spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, socially. So I have a question for you. Are you an entrepreneur who's highly motivated to improve your productivity, but you still struggle with procrastination or regularly find yourself neglecting your highest priority task? Then schedule a free 30-minute quick start time blocking working session with me, and I'll show you how to beat procrastination and get your shit done. I'll put this link into the description of this video. So I'm a master of time blocking, and I can help you master it also. But I have a very limited number of time blocks available in my calendar, so grab a slot while while you can. Hello, Gina. Hello, Morris.
Hello.
Happy Sunday.
You betcha. You too. I'll start off by asking, so I'll start with Morris and then we'll send question to Gina. Does this whole idea of U2O and transformation versus incremental progress resonate with you, or do you think it's closer to being like new age bullshit?
No, I don't think it's I think it is called New Age, right? But I think it's valid. I know we all have to. I mean, you called it the miracle of being human, and it's part of being human is that we constantly have things that we don't want or that we don't like about ourselves, our environment, our community, whatever, our home, and we get to work and improve it.
Well, and it may not even be something we don't especially dislike so much as something we think we can do even better. You know, the whole meme of U version 2.0 is based on software releases, but you know, it might be, you know, especially if you're in your 30s, 40s, and you've been actively working on bettering yourself, it might be version release 5.0 of yourself or 6.0. It's not necessarily, not necessarily 2.0.
I think the scariest part is, right, like most of the time we want to have better things. You know, that's what we call improving ourselves. Like I want bigger home, faster car, better vacations, longer vacations, whatever. But all like the scariest part is when it becomes internal, which it all is. And when you reach that stage of age where you realize, damn, I have to change. It's scarier than it sounds, because oftentimes we like who we are today. We want different things. We can't stay the same person if we want those things.
Right. Gina, your thoughts, input, anything that strikes you? Or
I love the idea of thinking about you as thinking about yourself as transforming. I really enjoyed that. I wrote down spiritual, physical, mental, emotional, financial, and social, and I am going to be doing the exercise and think about it very seriously. I've transformed a great deal in these last 2 years because for 40 years, I was either training to be a college professor or I was a college professor. And being an entrepreneur was something that I absolutely didn't want. It wasn't even that it was the furthest thing from my mind. It was the furthest thing from my mind, and I knew that was something I never wanted. And here I am now, an entrepreneur, and I've completely transformed my thinking about what it means to be an entrepreneur. So I can say, okay, in December 31st, 2023, I'm going to be a level up transformation.
right.
And exactly what that's going to take, I don't know. But I will spend a little time journaling and see how I think about it. I mean,
I don't think you need to nail down a specific goal that this represents me achieving that level up transformation. And I think it's also a good idea. You mentioned it's a good idea to actually in your daily routine, try to add that 5 minute. I actually do it kind of on the tail end of my morning meditation where I just kind of sit because I've kind of calmed my mind, wait and see what comes to me as potentially my future self.
I would say the key, as always, is taking action. And in this case, it's actually doing the visualizing and putting in the effort to asking these difficult questions. What do I want? Who do I want to be? And what does that look like? What does it feel like? And making it a daily habit. It's harder than it sounds, and at the same time, it's easy, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it just goes back to well, there's two parts to it. One is this worth doing, right? And if so, is it going to benefit me? I think it could significantly benefit everyone. And then having made that commitment, to your point, just taking the action and just doing it. And that goes into making it a habit, adding it into your daily schedule and being intentional about actually doing it every day. Thanks everyone for joining, and have a great rest of your weekend. And I'm
going to be making French toast. You guys want to come over?
A little bit of a long trip for me. And Morris.
I'm right around the corner, right?
Yeah, drop on over.
Morris, just walk on over.
Oh, I would love some French toast.
All right, guys. Have a great day.
Have a great day. Bye. See you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thanks for watching this video recording from my live weekly workshop. Every Sunday, I feature instantly actionable steps you can take to overcome procrastination, increase your productivity, and get your shit done. Followed up by Q&A and discussion with the live participants. I really hope you found this video useful and you feel like watching it was time well spent. Please post any questions or comments you have. I always answer posts. I'd appreciate it very much if you would like this video and subscribe to my channel. And if you know anyone that would enjoy and benefit from this particular episode, please send them the link. Stay productive, my friends.